change is coming. Can you feel the burning? Yes, I know that my season is turning. It's turning, a change is coming. It's coming, my change is coming. Can you feel the? Yes, I know that my season is turning. It's turning, a change is coming. Let me look. Been sitting here at the portal, waiting for my breakthrough, trying to be some. I've been praying all night long. Tears cried many signs, wondering what song am I cursed?
Welcome back to the channel. Today we have gospel artist Treze-Gaye Smith with us in our studios. Stay tuned for more. Treze-Gaye Smith, welcome to the Music Hacks Network.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
This is an interview that we have been looking forward to for quite a long time. And the time is finally here. All right. So how have you been, especially in a time like this?
I've been better than I expected, honestly. It's crazy all around, but God has been good, let me say that. And I've been holding up well.
What are some of the things that you have been doing to keep yourself preoccupied?
Well, other than work, I write songs and I'm working on a book actually.
Wow.
Right. So yeah,
Um,
that's pretty much it.
have you established a title for it as yet?
Yes, I have, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go along with it just yet. So as soon as I'm sure, I'll let you know.
All right, not a problem. Maybe when the book is out, then we will have you come back to the studios and talk to us about that book.
I look forward to that much.
All right, Treze-Gaye. Um, Treze-Gaye, I'm going to put you on the spot very early because I want my viewers to hear exactly what you sound like, what your singing voice sounds like. So I wanted to sing just a line of one of your favorite songs.
Favorite songs. Okay. I don't know if I have a favorite song per se, but I love a lot of songs. So I'm going to go with okay. You changed my whole life. And you make my wrongs right. And for the rest of my life, I'll never know why. You made something out of nothing. Yes, you did. Yeah.
When did you actually learn that you could sing like that?
Um, I don't think it was any major discovery for me. I've been singing since I've known myself. So, grew up in the church, you sing, and everybody encouraged you to like continue singing for the Lord and stuff like that. So it wasn't any major discovery for me. Like one day you get up and like, oh, you can sing. No, right.
Okay. All right. So what were you like? Well, way back, I would say probably in primary school up to high school. What was Treze-Gaye like?
I I was mostly into sports actually.
Mhm.
Um, and music, but not for vocals. I was a drummer, female drummer.
Wow.
So that was pretty much who I was between primary school and high school.
A female drummer, and that is quite extraordinary because we don't see a lot of female drummers, especially in our area.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
But that was where my passion was really.
Okay. How did that sort of sit in with the males or the boys? How did they react to that?
Well, honestly, I gained a lot of respect from them because especially when it came on to sports, because I used to play football as well.
Okay.
So they would be like, yo, you make the girl that do better than you and stuff like that. And that kind of brought a level of respect, between me and them. So it was okay. They adapted to it well and they were intrigued by it actually, to have a female playing football and playing the drums and stuff like that.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, which high school did you attend?
I went to Knox College. Yeah, one of the best schools in Jamaica, if you ask me.
Right. I'm sure some people will disagree with that, but
A lot,
uh,
but I mean, many will agree as well.
many
So
many will agree.
yeah.
All right. Were you exposed to any form of musical activities during your time at Knox?
Yes, I was. I was a part of the JCDC competition from my school, got a few gold medals and silver medals. The school is a very musical school, if you ask me. So they would partake in a lot of different concerts and, musical events around the area, as well as
Mhm.
overseas. I remember the first time I traveled was actually with Knox, and we went to perform in Canada.
Okay. What was
Right.
that like? What was the experience like?
It was crazy. I mean, being young and getting all of that experience, it was amazing. And people, they loved us, actually, especially
Okay.
the fact that I was a female drummer out of Jamaica going
Okay.
to play in Canada and stuff like that. So it was a very good experience.
Oh, so you didn't actually go as a vocalist, you went as a drummer.
I went as both
Okay.
because I was being forced to sing. It wasn't something that I loved. I preferred to play the drums. But it came to a point where it was like, all right, since you don't want to sing alone, you're gonna sing and play the drums.
Hmm.
So that was it for me. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Treze-Gaye, it would appear that you spent most of your high school days involved in music and sports. But who are some of the persons who sort of influence all of this in high school?
So my major influences in high school, I think they were my music teachers, Mr. Alric Wignall and Mr. Neil Wisdom. I remember leaving junior school and starting high school. I kind of took a year off to get accustomed to the new school culture and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So in grade 8, I remember one day I went to school and I heard that Mr. Wisdom was calling me. So I said, Mr. Wisdom, I called me for. And when I went to him, he was like, "Oh, we're starting a girls' band. And we know that you played from junior school, so we wanted to be a part of it." And that was where I entered the music department, and that was it for me. So I
Okay.
believe they were my major influences in the early part of high school. And just before leaving high school, Miss Geneva Eyre,
Hmm.
she started working at Knox. So she taught me a lot and she became a huge influence for me in music.
Okay. Who are some of the persons that were with you on that girls' band?
Um, we had the bassy at first, which was Tashay Davis, Onika Young, a saxophonist, Simone Wint, a keyboard player, um, Brittany and Swaby. She was another drummer and the percussionist. Kimberly Blackwood, Sashika Gordon, they played trombone and stuff like that. So it was a pretty cool girls band.
Okay. Did you guys actually got any awards in the JCBC
We
competition?
did. We
Hmm.
did get a few awards. After the first set of members left, we had another band, but on both bands, we got some medals. I think it was bronze and silver at the time.
And if you realize, I am asking about this girls' band because it's quite unusual. It's not the everyday thing. So I was quite fascinated with
Yeah.
hearing that. All right. But final question about your high school days. How did you sort of manage all of these activities? How did you hold it together and still doing your subjects?
It was very difficult. I think I was kind of caught up with these activities over academics.
Hmm.
In the earlier days, yes, because I wasn't one that was very interested in schoolwork.
Oh, it was more music
Right. So right, and sports.
and sports.
So yeah, and after a while, I don't know. I think it became a part of me, the whole time management thing, because I had to be leaving from rehearsal, going to training, leaving from training to rehearsal, leaving from rehearsal to go to matches and stuff like that. So it became a part of me, and it took a lot of discipline. And I just believe that time management is something that I was blessed with.
All right. So how well did that sit with your parents? You know?
Not very well, actually. Not
Yeah.
very well. I remember them sitting me down and saying, Treze-Gaye, you need to start focus on this and you need to do this. And I'm like, but this is who I am. And in the latter days, when it came closer to CXC, I thought about what they were saying and I took it seriously.
Mhm.
I was still in sports and music, but I started giving more time to academics. I ended up doing 10 CXE subjects, taking on some
Wow.
extra subjects there.
10.
And I was and I was actually successful in all 10.
Okay.
So yeah, time management once again.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right. Being so active in sports and music, tell me how did you relate to your siblings and who are your siblings?
I have a sibling.
Mm.
His name is Treze Smith, and it was normal for me. He always wanted to be a part of what I was doing. As I said before, I played the drums, and he wanted to learn to play the drums. Of course, I never really had the time to teach him, but he's an excellent drummer now. If I should say,
Mhm.
so yeah, it was okay. He tried sports as well, but it never really worked out for him.
Never work out.
No,
All
no.
right.
But I think he has found what he loves. So
Of your name, you lift me up. Thank you for lifting, Lord, and thank you for lifting. Yeah. You lift me up in the fullness of your grace, in the power of your name, in the power of your name. You lift me up. You lift me up.
Okay, Treze-Gaye, this clip that we have just watched, can you tell us where this concert was?
so this was the Tehila concert, and it was in. Well, we're still trying to figure out if Spalding is in Manchester or Clarendon, but I believe it's Clarendon.
So what's the Tehila concert about?
Well, it is aimed at blessing people through hymns or worshiping or praising through hymns. This is a concert that we have in different areas of Jamaica. We try to bring it to every parish. It's a series of events. So yeah, that was what it was about pretty much.
What was actually going through your mind at this time during that performance?
For those who know Tehila, we understand or would know that this is an event that God is always present. He's always in the midst of everything. And for me personally, I was just focused on getting his word out there to his people, ministering to his people. So this is a song that I'm comfortable with. So it was mostly me saying, all right, God, just use me to minister to your people. This song was pretty much in the back of my head. I wasn't worried about singing the right notes or the lyrics or everything, because as I said before, I'm comfortable with this song. So it was pretty much just God, just use me as you please.
All right, Treze-Gaye, so we learned a lot about your high school days. In doing my research, I found out that you actually moved on to university. All right. Can
Right.
you tell the viewers and subscribers which university you went on to, and basically give us a little history of what university was for you?
Well, I attended the University of the West Indies,
Oh.
and I majored in psychology and did a minor in criminology.
Mhm.
Uh, University was kind of different for me. The transition from high school into university wasn't the best with regards to music, because at high school, I could just go to the music room, set up a drum set and play and stuff like that. When you start in university, it's not like that. So I had to kind of put the drums down a little bit. And that's when I started to sing full time.
All right. So you are a full-time vocalist, no more drums.
No more drums.
All right. All right. All right. I can understand that. All right. So you say you're now into psychology. So that means
Right.
you do other stuff apart from concert and stuff like that. Do you want to share with us where you work and stuff like that?
Well, I left university in 2020 and I started working as a guidance counselor at the Christiana High School.
How is that for you?
It's a bit different from what I expected, especially the fact that everything is online at this moment. So I am not necessarily
Huh?
getting the hands-on experience of being a guidance counselor, but it's been pretty good so far.
Okay. Well, I'm sure when we get back to face-to-face learning, it will be a different situation. But
I
uh,
hope so.
yeah, man. But I understand the kids are very receptive nowadays, so I'm sure you will enjoy it.
I am.
And being that you are a singer, probably that will be more excited for the children.
Yeah.
All right. So Tracy, I want to understand the real reason why you have give up the drums totally and you are now totally into vocals.
It was more of limited resources for me. And then I started singing with a group, UM7 in Kingston. So that kind of pushed me to focus on vocals rather than trying to, continue playing the drums.
Urim 7 is quite an established group.
Yeah, yeah.
How did you actually get the gig with Urim 7?
Well, a member of the band, Geneva Air, she taught me in high school, as I mentioned earlier. And I remember starting university, she came to me and she was like, Treze-Gaye, say you're my members, you're interested? And I was like, this was one of my dreams. So I was like, yeah, girl, I'm ready now.
Okay.
And she gave them my contact information and they reached out to me. I did an audition
Mm.
and apparently they loved me. So I started singing with the band from then.
What was it feel like? Were you nervous?
I was, but I tried to be myself
Mhm.
and just applied what I knew about music and it worked.
Okay, cool. All right. Where are some of the places that you have performed with Urim?
Well, we did a performance in Florida. Well, more than one in Florida. We went on a tour in Trinidad, uh, and many other places, local places.
Mm. Who are some of the your band members? Urim 7.
Uh, Karen Stevens, Ashley Brown, she also into Knox. Shanika Smith, she also into Knox. Um, and a few others, Kawane and some other people.
Okay, cool. Um, Now that you're into vocals, I would like to ask you, who are some of the persons that you are listening to kind of shape your career? Or you are basically teaching yourself?
I listen to a lot of people, especially the international gospel artists. I am not trying to mimic anybody necessarily. I am really trying to develop a unique sound. So when somebody hears one of my songs, they can be like, "Oh yeah, that's Treze-Gaye singing." So
Mm.
I listen to a lot of people to learn music and learn, different arrangements and stuff like that. But I wouldn't say I'm listening to anybody to mimic or be like them.
All right.
Right.
But who do you think you sound like now?
Honestly, I don't know, but I've been told that my tone is very similar to Jessica Reedy.
Okay.
It was her song that I sang earlier as well. So I'm not sure, but that's what I've been told.
Okay. All right. Who would you like to sound like?
Once again, I don't want to sound like anybody. I want to develop a unique sound. So when somebody hears my song, they can be like, yeah, that's my girl Tracy right there.
All right.
So yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, Treze-Gaye, I also did my research on Facebook and I realized you have a large fan club, right? I see a lot of persons following you. How would you want these guys to see you as an artist?
I want them to see me as somebody who they can relate to. And like if they're in a low place, I want my music to like reach out to them and pull them out of that dark place. I want them to see me as somebody that they can go to if they're feeling a particular way. Um, my music would influence them, motivate them to be a better person, give them hope and strength and courage. So that's how I want them to see me. Somebody they can relate to, somebody who understands their pain and their struggles.
Mm. Okay, and you are planning on being a solo artist, right?
I am.
Okay. Do you actually have a brand as yet? Any stage name, anything like that?
I am going with Treze-Gaye Smith,
Mm.
right? But for now, it's just building awareness and allowing people to know who I am and getting my name out there.
Okay. All right. Cool. Any sort of content out yet? And what are you working on currently?
I am working on my first single to be released soon,
Mm.
hopefully in February. And it is a part of an EP that
Mm.
I am hoping as well to release this year. So, yeah, going to the studio and trying to get stuff out there.
All right. What I want to do now, you're gonna sing probably the chorus of the upcoming song, so the viewers and subscribers have something to hold on to.
Oh Lord.
All right.
Okay, so the title of the song is Enemy Flees, and it goes a little bit like this. That's how the enemy flees from your presence. That's how the enemy flees when God's around. That's 'cause the enemy knows of your power. That's why forever I want you near. That's why forever I'll keep you here.
Yes, that's it, viewers and subscribers. The sound of Treze-Gaye
This song
Smith.
was funny, because I was actually at UE at the time when I wrote it, and I was walking to class one day, and it was about to rain.
Mhm.
And I saw the bird, when rain I go fall, the birds them tend to migrate, go somewhere else.
Right.
And I was like, say I saw the enemy live up out of my life when God about to bless me. And
Okay.
that's how it came to me as I was walking. And I took out my phone and I sent a voice note to my brother with the melody and the chorus. And then when I went to class, I finished the song.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Right.
So just like that, just by walking down the street,
Right.
it came to you.
Inspiration come from all about, so.
True. What are some of the other ways that you're inspired to write? Because you did
Uh,
mention that you write in your spare time.
I do. Well, most of the stuff that I've written so far, it's pretty much based on experience, um, based on life experiences. I've learned a lot, and I think God has a lot to say through me. So there are times when I just sit down or I'll be walking and I see something and a melody comes to me and I'm like, all right, yeah, we can work with this. And you just sit and you write based on what you've experienced, what I've experienced.
All right. Yes, Treze-Gaye, that is awesome. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. So I'm sure we are looking forward for that single. Um, what in terms of promotions, have you started any promotion on social medias yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're getting stuff together to put it out there.
All right. Definitely when this song drops, I am hoping that I will get the very first interview. All right. When the song hits the earwave. All right.
I look forward to that much.
Definitely. But in terms of people reaching you for bookings and other activities, how can we reach to Treze-Gaye Smith?
Well, I can be contacted on Instagram, Facebook, and via email. On Instagram, it's Treze-Gaye Smith. On Facebook, it's Treze Smith, Trezii Smith. And you can send an email to trezegaysmithmusic@gmail.com.
All right, there you have it, an exclusive interview with upcoming artist Treze-Gaye Smith. She promises to be one of Jamaica's top gospel artists. Treze-Gaye, thank you very much for coming to the studios of the Music Hacks Network. It was a
Thank you for
pleasure.
having me. Thank you so much.
It was really a pleasure having this interview with you.